XRP, we want to analyze the XRP versus Bitcoin. We start with the 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned we will have to wait for the correction to make a decision, see what's the next. We get the correction, but the way it's correcting doesn't give us any trade setup because we mentioned we have to get a deeper correction to look for sell or reversal for buy. If I move to 1 hour 15 minutes, what we have here, the only thing is, can we put as a sharp move correction for the next move to look for buy, or this one can turn to a flat for one more drop. But the next drop, I don't think is going to retest the previous low. How we can trade it? In this case, we move to daily chart. You want to see what we have based on daily chart. Again, if you refer to our analysis, we mentioned we can expect this one to turn to deeper correction. We look for flat. Any buy from there, we can look for buy. As long as the price haven't retest or break the previous low, we are happy to look for the reversal. Any reversal based on lower time frame, we will take it and we start to manage it. Okay. And if I move to forward chart, what we have based on forward chart, I get this as a one correction, next move. If I put this low and relative to this, we see we have a divergence based on this. But and the MACD doesn't show. That means we cannot really, because the way we get the divergence here also is not too helpful for us. Again, still we're looking for a reversal. But how about this one? If this one turns to a corrective similar to what we get here, we should be aware of this flat. That means any buy, any reversal we get, we want to see the continuation. If not, we should know that may turn to a flat for one more drop. That means, as I explained, this one can turn to a deeper correction. As long as the price haven't break the previous low, we can look for running flat. Now, we don't have any trade setup based on 4 hour chart. In this case, I move to 1 hour chart. How we can look at the chart? Indicators doesn't have the divergence. Okay, and how we can trade this? If we refer to an technical analysis, when we see any sharp move correction, we can expect the next down move. The best thing is we wait for one more drop, then from there we can look for reversal. The next drop doesn't mean to retest this low because of this shadow. As long as we get the drop, we look for the reversal. But before we get the drop, the best things, if this one move, tag the top, give drop. Because if we move to 15 minutes, because in that case, we can look for 1, 2, 3 as a flat. Okay, how if first we talk about the sell. If the price move, tag the top, any reversal with the flag, we can look for sell, but the sell will be a short term. We are more interested to look for buy. All right, but how about if this is the start of the up move? Just now I mentioned if the price move, that means the turn, move and retest the top as a corrective, not a sharp move. Okay, then any sharp move drop flag we can consider to look for sell. But as I mentioned, we are more interested to look for buying, not the sell. Sell will be a short term. For me, if I want to look for sell, I prefer this one turn to deeper correction, not only one move to take the trade, because I'm sure we cannot get a really good trade setup from there. The only times I will look for sell if this one turn to a deeper correction, at least similar to what we get here, because at that times I can look for trade setup to look for sell. All right, again, if he wants to look for sell, let this one at least turn to a deeper correction, but at least tag one more time the top. If anyone is really keen, they want to look for sell. All right, then how we can look for buy? Even if he wants to look for buy, as I mentioned, these trades, whatever the correction we have here is not a trade setup at all. But we are looking for, if we get a reversal, this is what we are looking for. We are looking for buy. How about if the price sharply reverse from here? It doesn't give us a proper correction, and this is the only correction with this one based on lower time frame, 15 minutes. The only way having entry above this. But right now, if the price continue from here, we cannot have entry above this. If the price continue from here, we wait for the sharp move flag, we take the trade, we break out of this stop, we start to manage. The only times we can have entry above the stop, if this one give us one more drop with the breakout of this low. Then I will look at this one as a correction. Then we can have a entry above this. And what we want the price sharply reverse, tag, break and continue. If the price tag, this is not moving within the first hour, we take out the trade, similar to what we get here. We had this sharp move, correction. We had entry above this. This is what we get. We're looking any reversal with a sharp move after the price drop, tag the previous low, we can have entry above this. Then we're looking at the similar movement. This kind of the sharp move, I mean. Rather than that, we are not going to take the trade. And even if the price tag we see is not moving, we didn't get the sharp move, we take out the trade. We don't stay with the trade. All right. As I say, this is not the trade setup, but for me, if I will try to get the buy if I see the reversal, because in terms of the risk and reward, it can give me a trade setup, which is I'm happy. It will make us happy. Okay. But where is the stop loss? The stop loss can be below this. But as I mentioned, if the price tag, this is not moving, we take out the trade. We don't wait for the price to drop. We take out the trade within the first hour, because I mentioned what we're looking for. That means maximum 1 hour, we don't stay more than that. Anyway, we just follow the chart, and whatever I mentioned here is not the signal or trade setup. As I say, we don't have the trade setup, but if we get any reversal, we can look for this. It's very risky, and it depends on the traders whether they can accept this risk or not. But besides that, we mentioned if we want to look for sell, also we need to get deeper correction to look for the trade setup. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.